What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin, BTC. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 12th of May today. We have about 23 hours left in the day here. Closing out the week on a bullish note. Look at the weekly time frame here. We closed at 10.4% to the upside, closing at $104,000. You guys, you understand that is the second highest weekly close in Bitcoin's history. The second highest weekly close in Bitcoin's history. We just did that yesterday, an hour ago, an hour and 10 minutes ago. We just did that, okay? So very, very bullish proceedings, very, very bullish aspirations ahead of us. This is a very fantastic movement. We're like 5 weeks green in a row right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th week, so 6 weeks green in a row. If we can pull this one off, and I think we will. You know, in Geneva, Switzerland, U.S. and Chinese delegates were meeting over the weekend to talk about a potential de-escalation. I don't even think they were expecting some kind of trade agreement to happen. That's what was said. At least that's what I read in the beginning, was that there was no expectation of a trade agreement to be met, just some kind of de-escalation. And they've reported saying that there is a trade agreement that's been met, which maybe it's the same thing, de-escalation, trade agreement, whatever. But it sounds like they made a deal. It sounds like some kind of deal was made, and that there's more stuff to be had. Everything's not worked out completely, but this is a step in the right direction. Both sides, both delegates from both sides, or the two from the United States and the one from China, they seem to have very good things to say, and they said that it was a productive conversation. And you know, this kind of reality, if it's true, depending on what they say tomorrow, because I believe the report's supposed to come out tomorrow, maybe in like 12 hours, 14 hours or so, maybe a little bit more than that, but it is supposed to come out on the 12th. It's the 12th now in Bitcoin time, but it's not the 12th in the Western Hemisphere. I believe the report's supposed to come out tomorrow. If the news is good and it's better than expected, right? Because a lot of people around the world, myself included, I think a lot of people were expecting that this talk would not go over well, that this would kind of just be a pissing match, and it would end with a nothing, kind of a stalemate. But the fact that there's any kind of progress being made and announced from both sides that it was a good talk, and that they have less differences they might have assumed, or like using words like that, it's rather interesting to see. And I'm curious to see how this will affect the markets tomorrow. You know, when Bitcoin moves up on its own, it's a glorious thing. It was moving up while the stock markets are moving down, and that was glorious. It's a truly glorious thing to witness. But the stock markets, with this kind of news, would definitely get a leg up. And I think Bitcoin does its best work when you've got stocks moving up, Bitcoin moving up, alts moving up. You know, any kind of risk on anything is just moving up together. That's when we see the best rallies. So if the stock market opens up bullish, even though we've had our experience decoupling from the stock markets, I can only assume that would also reflect well for Bitcoin. That's kind of the expectation. So we'll see how it goes. If not, if this is negatively or it's positively received news, but if there's a negative impact on the markets for whatever reason, sometimes we do get that buy the hype, sell the news event. This is some news that was portrayed for a little while now, right? This is not something that just like flipped, that just came upon us on one day, right? We've all been aware of this meetup for at least a week for me. The fact that this news is coming out today and then tomorrow, even if it's good news, it could provide a sell the news event. And if it is a sell the news event, you know, we could maybe we drop down to about $97,000 or $100,000, something like that. Anything and everything in between is possible. You know, being here from a high to a low. Looking at this high to low here, we're at the 886. Perhaps what we do is we pull back to the 786. It'll be good news. Then everybody's going to be confused. Why are we pulling back to 100K if it's good news? And then from there, we'll actually just launch all the way up higher. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we don't pull back. Maybe it's not a sell the news event. It's good news, and it actually triggers the market. It ignites the market, and we actually do see some expansion. So what I'm saying here, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, is that over the past few days, I've been expecting that this week, the week that we just started today, I've been expecting that we would have a slowly upward sloping sideways action kind of situation as we have the last two times. I'm starting to think that might not happen. This might have been it, or even like maybe one more day at the most, but I don't even know. I think today we are going to continue pressing higher. And where are we going to go to? I mean, we're very close to new all-time highs. We absolutely could, by the end of today, be at new all-time highs. By the end of tomorrow, be at new all-time highs. This could happen a lot sooner than I was expecting, at least originally. Hold on. I got to sneeze. That was a big one. Yeah. Caught me off guard there. $105,000 now. Depending on how this news is received, I could really see this being explosive, you guys. It really could be. And we don't need to pull back. We really don't. You know, here was a moment where we grew. We consolidated a little bit for like 4 days, and then we continued to pump immediately. We didn't have any pullback. And right there, we were just getting into the overbought zone, right? Moving up a little bit, moving sideways, and then we just ripped all the way up to about a 90 read in the RSI. Well, here we are chilling at about an 80 read. If we were to get up to the 90, that definitely would push us to new all-time highs. We could see that happen. Let's see. Let's look here from a high to a low real quick. I'm going to zoom in on the price action. Right at the 1886, you're not finding resistance. This is very interesting behavior, and it really could push us up to 113K, you guys. The 2272 is at 111K, but oftentimes with any kind of chart, you do go just above the 2272. You don't oftentimes stop right at it, so I would think you go just above it, maybe 113, 112K, maybe even a little bit higher than that. You could run all the way up to 118K. You know, I'm kind of convinced. We'll look at some shorter term stuff to see if this all agrees, but I'm kind of convinced that we're on a path right now that's not consolidation for the next week, rather a move up early this week going into, I don't know, maybe over the next 3 days or so, and we'll see slightly higher new all-time highs. And then everybody's going to think, we're doing it, we're going to 120K, 150K, and you'll hear those things, you hear those kind of headlines, and then that's whenever we'll probably pull right back to the same area or do some kind of tight consolidation up there as we have before, one way or another. So I do think we're on the verge of seeing new all-time highs. Let's look at this on a 1 hour time frame and a 4 hour time frame and see if we can confirm that. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here, 1 hour RSI looks beautiful. Volume's coming in as we're moving up. This looks really good, you guys. It's going to be a good day, I think. We get into that overbought zone, and I mean, the last time that we did that, we saw some productive behavior, right? We were moving up at a very nice stride. I think that that's beginning here. You've got flat top, higher lows. Your volume basically died off, and now as you're building higher, every time that there's volume coming in, I really do think today's going to be a good day, you guys. We really could today, the 12th of May, see new all-time highs for Bitcoin. If not today, I think within the next 3 days. Either that or we're going to experience some wicked volatility, but the 1 hour looks good. It looks good. Today's going to be a good day. 4 hour time frame, I would also agree, looks good. It looks very good. The RSI is cooled way the hell off. Look at this. You got overbought. You had a nice reading, deep reading up here at the 87 reading. You've cooled way the hell off, bounced right off the 60. It's perfect. I couldn't have made it any better myself. We've done this before. Where we get overbought and we get out of overbought, and then we bounce back higher. You know, whenever we did that here, we saw a nice little rally, moved sideways and then continued. Whenever we did that here, we consolidated. We saw a nice little rally, moved sideways and then continued. Here, we haven't even rallied yet. I think we're on our way to new all-time highs, guys. And I mean, this is the 4 hour time frame. This could take, I mean, it probably doesn't even take today to get into, I bet you're going to be in the overbought zone. So genuinely, I mean, this thing, I would say within the next 3 days, 5 days at the most, we're going to be at new all-time highs. I really think it's within the next 3 days. It could be today. This is crazy. This is great. I like it. Okay, so the 1 hour and the 4 hour look good. The daily time frame looks good. It's absurdly uncommon what we would do here, right? The fact that you found resistance, you've pulled back. You've had 2 red days while you're above the 80 on the RSI, and you're looking to press higher right now. This is really uncommon. This is rare behavior, and it's fantastically bullish and strong is what it is, if anything. Like, it's not, this is really good. This is really, really good stuff, you guys. And it makes sense because we need some really good stuff if we're going to push through new all-time highs. That's what's coming. Total 180 from what I've been saying over the past few days. We will push higher into the overbought zone on the 4 hour time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, higher in the daily time frame, and break into the overbought zone on the weekly time frame this week for the first time since December. And every single time that we've bounced from this area in the RSI and gotten into the overbought zone, it's only brought us to new all-time highs. We're doing it now. We're doing it right now, you guys. I think, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If anybody knows anything about the TD sequential, I think that we go this week and next week as green weeks, however high that takes us, and then we start to really consolidate. Or maybe next week isn't that green, but I think this week's going to be that green. I think we get 7 weeks of green, and then we start to consolidate. And we're on week 6 right now. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Bearish divergence on the monthly time frame? No, it's not. It's really not. It's actually hidden bullish divergence, and we're exacting it right now. We're going to see stronger readings on the RSI. You guys, we're going to see stronger monthly readings on the RSI than we've seen throughout the whole cycle. Don't fall for this, okay? Not financial advice, not a financial advice. We're on the 12th day of May right now. We're coming up to the end of the month here in just a few weeks. Do not fall for this whenever we're up higher. We're going to probably close the month of May. Mark my words. We're going to close the month of May with lower highs like this. People are going to be calling for the end of the bull market because of that. They're going to be screaming from the top of their lungs. Double bearish divergence, triple bearish divergence, however you want to look at it. We're going to go down. It's inevitable. The thing is, people misread bearish divergence. It looks like that, and then whenever June is green and we take out those highs, we're not going to go down. Like we're only going to go higher. There's no way that we're seeing anything less than 160K. I'm very strongly opinionated that we see 170 to 180K by the end of June, if not early July. So don't let this monthly bearish divergence scare you. It's actually really bullish. It's a very bullish configuration. It's not a bearish configuration. We got a lot of time left in this month. Let's see where we go. I'll see you on the next one. 130 to 140K by the end of the month of April. 170 to 180K by the end of June, if not early July. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. And we might see new all-time highs today, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Bye-bye.